What's going on, traders? Hope everybody had a great Monday kicking off the week here. It is August 21st, and we'll be doing an analysis of the S&P 500 as well as looking at a daily plan into tomorrow, Tuesday, August 22nd. We'll look at some areas where we may want to engage the market and manage our risk. I really appreciate all you guys coming in and watching the videos with me, joining me for these daily plans. And as always, this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and in no way should be viewed as financial advice. So with that being said, let's take a look at the charts and start doing some analysis here. Markets were up today about $2.84, about 0.65%. Final print coming in at 439.34. Bulls did make an attempt at 440 today, however, were not able to close over that key level. But as far as the price action as it stands here on the daily, we did come back. We retested that megaphone, a little look below and fail, recaptured. And today we did see some selling in the open. However, we just came back and retested the trend line again. Of the megaphone pattern, and then we did see a nice upward move into the end of the day. So you can see here pretty much right where the lows were was retesting that this trend line. So nice move from the bulls today. We're still looking at these sold conditions here on the daily, but not really seeing a true momentum shift quite yet, but we will be keeping an eye on that. And of course, as we went over on the weekly plan, the weekend plan, that the weekly still has plenty of room to the downside. So I am really not putting too much weight into this oversold condition. However, I do believe that this week and potentially into maybe even the end of the month, we could have some more upside, a bit of a retracement in the works for us. I think everybody got pretty comfortable buying puts, and it's possible we see a bit of a retracement now. And where might we retrace to? Well, if I was to say off the top of my head, just a long shot here, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me to see a back test again of this 444 area. So I'll be watching that, and if we do come into that area, could be a possible zone that I may want to consider swinging some puts once again into September. But we'll have to see how the tape looks and what's going on in the market. Tesla and Nvidia today just very strong, helping push up the market. And Apple didn't put in a bad move either today, up about $1.30 from Friday. So nice moves in tech today, which was interesting considering the yields were pretty high today. Had some strength. And then we'll flip to those really quickly as we have been watching these. They've really been driving the market either up or down a lot recently. And we'll see, we barely got a close over this 43.30 area, which we have been watching. You can see on the 17th where we tapped there and then we pulled back. And now we're back up just slightly above. So we'll keep an eye on TNX as this week continues. But I do think that it was kind of interesting to see TNX up about 2% today. And the tech sector and the markets really putting in a nice move. So that is kind of an anomaly. So we'll keep an eye on that. All right, so really not too much more to go over here on this daily chart. Let's take a look at one more macro chart and then we'll get into our daily plan for tomorrow. Um, let's just take a quick look at our trend lines here. Let's see where they are. Is this the one I want? Okay, yes it is. All right, so we're going to. Oh no, wrong one. Oh, that's the right one. Just too zoomed out. Okay. So we did hit. Okay. So you can see here we did come into one of our last pivots for the bulls, right down here in this area, down by the 430, 434, 433 area here. Look below, recapture, and then we pushed up higher and now closing over this bull pivot, right in the high 437s, 437.50 to 437.80, this area here. So we want to see if this can potentially continue to hold, as well as we did recapture this trend line right here as well. So not a bad move coming in for the bulls to fight back a little bit. Next big area here on these pivots, though, is going to be, of course, we've got that 440, but just above, we'll call it 441, 440, 85. Let's watch to see how price reacts as we come into that area. And it could show some resistance. It's a tough call. And of course, we'll just be taking it level to level, but possible scenarios is just coming up into that area and then rolling back over, or we get a little bit more juice and we come up into that 444 area, which kind of was my theory, and then we possibly start to roll back over. So it would really just depend on what's going on, certainly with the yields and the dollar. But two scenarios there for the bears that we could see play out, coming up, rolling over like this, or coming up here and rolling over like this. So two potential scenarios. But if we do start to get some closes back over 444, I'll be looking for certainly a couple of days confirmation to try to avoid fake breakouts over such a key area. But that would be the most ideal thing for the bulls, to be recapturing that 444 area. So, and that would be, of course, this breakout retest here. So let's see how that plays out. All right, so let's go into our fibs really quickly, look at a couple of levels, and then we'll go into our balance, of course, as always, for the end of the video. So we were watching this potential inverted head and shoulders today. Not the cleanest breakout, but you can see what happened when we did, in fact, break the neckline today, getting back over that 436.80 here. Rocketed us up higher, and we were talking about in the weekend plan that really, as long as we held the 435 area, that the bulls still had a chance for higher prices, and that is what we got today. Now I didn't do it on SPY, but there was, and I'll go over this on the balance. There was a nice short trade, of course, right at the open. Doesn't really line up with the fibs, but when you go in the balance, when we go into the balance chart, you'll be able to see it a little bit better. But nice trade here at the open for the shorts. I did take a long right at this 23.6 here in the morning, but I did it on futures and I did get stopped out. I did play a little short though, and got this move down and then flipped long on futures and SPY here for a nice win into the end of the day. All right, so with that being said, the main thing I want to watch for tomorrow, and these two key levels that we were talking about over the weekend pretty much are going to hold, be valid for us again, that we want to watch out for this bull case, is going to be still holding this 436.80 area. right here, the 23.6, as well as that 435. So, yes, there could be short trades that can be taken, but as long as these two areas hold, bulls still have some chances for higher prices. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. All right. If we do start to get over that 440, we'll be looking for another about dollar move right up to around that 441 here at that 50% retracement. Let's watch out as we do come into that area. Here's a good example of a look above and fail. Right here, we could have a similar situation as well, where we come up, tap it, look above, and then sell back down. So want to watch, how price acts in that zone. But if we do really start to confirm over that 441, then we'll be looking up about another $2 or so up into the high 442s, maybe 442.80, 442.97, maybe even kissing that 443. And might see some resistance in that area as well. So let's watch that. All right, so let's go into our balance zones and then we'll close up the video nice and quick for everyone today. Okay, let's take a look. All right, so you can see today when we came into that 435, that was the lower part of this balance, and you can see here didn't quite wasn't quite there. Okay, I thought it was a little bit lined up a little bit better, but that opening short trade was definitely on the table here, shorting up against the top of this balance range at that 439. I don't really take puts or any options, I should say, at that for that matter, right at the open. I like to wait for the IV to settle, but you can see here that we had a little bit push, never got over, and boom, right down. And you can see here the way I traded, short today, I think I got like 30% or something, maybe 35% on it. But we cracked below our half gap at 437. We came back, retested, taken the short, and then I traded it down and got out of my trade down here at the lower part of the balance. So that's how I took that short trade in the morning, and then I went long. Okay, so as I was saying before, what I'll also be watching for tomorrow, we want to see that, we want to see at the very minimum Friday's highs really hold here. So that's going to be around, we're going to give it about a 50-cent zone, a 50-cent range here from 437.50 down to 437. As long as that holds, I'll maintain a bullish bias. As long as if we do start to get under that 437, then the trade is going to be the same as it was today, looking for potential moves back down into 435 area at the bottom of the balance here. But you can see right now, here's Friday's swing low. Then we had a low today, but higher low, right? And we don't have a third tap for a confirmation yet, but just to illustrate, low, higher low, and that's how we can kind of look at that potentially. So let's see, tomorrow, let's see if we trade down into that 437 area here to make another lower, higher low. And then maybe we do get that push and back over that 440, and you can see how we kissed it today and then came back under. So let's see here now. If we open up in the morning, still over this 437, like I said, I'll still maintain trying the long trades. And really the bull's going to need to see some confirmation over 440. And if we do get that, as I mentioned before, we were talking about the 441 as a potential next target, and to trade back up into this next back testing this next balance zone in that anywhere from 441, 441, 35, 430, blah blah 430, 441, 70, maybe like I said, even kissing that 442 area, but certainly can be a zone where you could potentially consider a direct short or a look above and fail right here as we hit this area. So it can be a little bit of a double top zone there as well. Pretty much Wednesday's lows. So let's keep an eye on that for shorts. But we do start to confirm back over 441.75. We'll call it 442. Then we'll be looking. And what happened here? Why do I have 3 levels in here? Okay, something got moved. All right, I'll have to fix this. But all right, let me just do this really quickly. I don't know why I have an extra level here. Okay, sorry about that. That's a bit confusing. But if we do start to get over this half gap right here in this right here in this area, excuse me, I gotta go back and actually find this. If we do start to get back over 442 80s, 443, then we'll be looking for higher prices up into the 444s. Would be the next target for me for the long trade. So yeah, we'll see how that works out. And for the bears, we went over a couple of direct short ideas, a couple of long trades, but let's talk about some more bearish trades. In fact, if we are trading below the 437, like I said, we're looking for shorts down back into the 435s. But under that, then we'll be looking for moves back into 433.80s down here. That gets taken out. Then we're going to look for the swing low from Friday at 433. Under 433, then we'll look for lower prices down into about 432, 431.95. So that's kind of for the short trades on a breakout if we do actually start to get under that 435 area. So all right, I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to go over. Remember, a prepared trader is a profitable trader. Plan your trades, trade your plan, and I wish you the best luck in tomorrow's markets. And we'll see you on the other side. I hope this helped and you're enjoying the videos. All right, take care.